Hi, puppy. Hi, puppy. Hey, Willie. Come here. Come here, Willie. Where you going? Hey, Willie. Where you going? Where you going, baby? Hi, everybody. What's this? What's this? Is that Willie? You want that? Do you want that, baby? You want to go for a walk, Willie? Huh? Come here. Come on. Come on. Come on, Willie. Come on. Yep. You got it, Vicky. This is Willie. I posted a photo of Willie last week. This dog in front of you, his mommy died. She was 75 years of age and she died of cancer. I know about Willie because I received a call from her son. Apparently there are two sons and their mother died, leaving their Willie, her Willie, that she had for 14 years, homeless. So you would think that one of the children would take in this dog, right? I received a call from one of the sons asking for help. Of course, I asked him why couldn't you or your brother take Willie? His answer was, I have a dog. I don't have the time for a second. The other brother, I don't know, I didn't get his backstory, why he couldn't take his mother's dog of 14 years of age. So I was told that Willie was left in boarding by the sons because they didn't know what to do with Willie. So they took him to an animal hospital, not a shelter, an animal hospital where he had been vetted throughout his years and had dentals. He's going to look to go to the bathroom. He's definitely pee-pee pad trained. I'm just getting to know him myself, guys. Good boy. Good boy, Willie. Good boy. Good boy, Willie. Okay, good boy, Willie. Leave it. Leave it. That's a good boy, Willie. All right. Need a poopy. That's a good boy. So let me go back, sorry. So I received a call from one of the sons asking me if I could take Willie. And he was dropped off in boarding at an animal hospital, again, where he had been vetted and had his teeth cleaned throughout his years. I went over to the animal hospital 2 days ago. When I walked in, I introduced myself. I said I was from rescue. They knew of us, and I told them that the son reached out to me and asked for assistance. So they brought me back to where they kennel the dogs and kennel runs. Willie was in the run, and his cage was also in the run with him with the door open. His food was barely touched. So the food was barely touched. He was sad, of course, and confused, as he should be. And I asked if I could take him outside. And she said, well, he bites. He's a biter. He's not a nice dog. And I said, well, how often are you taking him outside? And they said, we don't. So he had been boarding there for 2 weeks. And apparently they had a couple of pee-pee pads down, and he was in that kennel run for 2 weeks. So I put the slip lead on Willie, and I took him outside in the back, which was fenced in. And I walked him all around. We were out there for a good 10-15 minutes. I dropped the slip lead and I let him just stroll and get some fresh air. I pet him. I didn't get as much as a lip curl, a growl, a snarl, not a bark, nothing. And I explained to the kennel person, I don't see what you're talking about. When has he bitten? Well, he doesn't like his butt touched and he doesn't like to be groomed. Okay, well, many dogs, what dogs do like their butt touched or like to be groomed. A lot of dogs don't like to be groomed and messed with. So with that being said, they painted this picture of this poor dog who was already homeless and lost his mom. And the two brothers, the two sons, were not taking him. So I left and I sat in my car for a little bit and I called my girl Lori. Lori came over to also meet Willie. We were walking back into the animal hospital and we explained we would like to visit with him again. And they told us that they're not comfortable because of liability, that if he bites somebody, they don't want to be responsible, and that he's 14 years of age and he should be euthanized. We could not believe what we were hearing. Because he's 14, he should be euthanized. Let me tell you something. I walked this dog today in the back outside through the neighborhood. I picked him up and carried him up the stairs. He went down the stairs fine. I think he was a little freaked out about going back up. He did perfectly fine. He's eating, he's drinking, he's happy being curled up in his little bed. He's not in any distress. He's not sick. He's healthy. He's been taken care of throughout his life from his mom who passed away at 75. She would be rolling over in her grave right now. I'm sure of it if she knew what happened to her baby. And it breaks my heart, really. And I can't imagine how many dogs end up in this position. Really can't. And are euthanized because of it. So with that being said, Lori and I went back and said, well, we would like to see him again. And again, they were adamant that he's a liability and that he should be euthanized. So we started walking out and I called the son and I said, listen, I don't know what's going on here. I said, but they're telling me that I can't spend more time with the dog because he's a biter. You never told me that he was a biter. I didn't see any signs of biting. He said he's not a biter. He just doesn't like to be messed with when he's groomed or his butt touched. He said he's not a biter. So I said, well, what are you planning on doing with Willie if I was not to take Willie? He said, you don't want to know what I'm going to do to Willie. He would be euthanized. And I left it there. And I looked at Lori, and she looked at me, and I said, we have got to get this dog out of here. This is a death sentence for this dog. He is not going to make it out alive out of this animal hospital. I'm not going to mention the name of the animal hospital. I don't care to be honest with you. That's not why I'm here. What I will say is that we pulled Willie out of that place. And Willie came into us yesterday. Tiffany went and picked him up while I was doing the transport with Carol with Poncho. When I walked into the animal hospital here at VCA Imperial Point Animal Hospital, Tiffany was in the lobby. She was holding him like a rag doll. He was so happy. She got little kisses. Listen, I'm not going to tell you that he may not be confused. I'm not going to tell you that he may be fearful because his whole life is just turned upside down at 14 years of age. And people should be absolutely disgusted and ashamed of themselves. And I will tell you when Tiffany when Tiffany went to pick up this little boy, the two boys had to meet her there because they had to owner surrender. And one of them wouldn't see him because he said it was too hard. The other one was crying. And I said, you know what? I don't want to hear that he was crying because I think he's crying of guilt. There's no explanation as to why somebody could not... Listen, they have their own homes. Even if you work an 8-hour day, a 14-year-old dog who is used to just being curled up in his bed, taken out a couple times to go pee-pee, a little walk, and he pees on a puppy pad. No excuse, I'm sorry. And if you were trying to find the dog a rescue or forever home better than what you could offer it, I get it. But if you're planning on putting a needle of death into a dog because you don't want to take the responsibility of a family dog at 14 years of age, shame on you. Shame on you. Well, I will tell you, Willie is alive and kicking. And he is now taken over. This is Poncho's old room. So every day we are going to work with him and show him that he's loved. But guys, he's 14 and he needs a loving place to call home. He would be great. I think, my opinion, what would be ideal for him would be a calm home, maybe an older person, somebody that just wants a friend, a companion. He walks great on a leash, but again, I took him out this morning and he did not, this doesn't mean he doesn't, but he did not do his business outside. You saw he just pooped on the pee-pee pad. Just roll it up and throw it out. And he will pee on a pee-pee pad as well. He's eating his food, he's drinking, he walks fine, he's healthy, and his name is Willie. Willie, how's your food, buddy? Hey, Willie. I don't want to mess with him when he's eating. I want to let him do his whatever he wants to do in peace. But I am so happy to say that I am so happy to get him out of that kennel. For 2 weeks he was in that kennel and not taken out of that run. In 2 weeks. No fresh air because they were afraid of him. Afraid of him. He's freaking 14 pounds, 13 pounds. Little white thing. He doesn't even curl a lip. Right? Sad world we live in is right. Disposable. Throwaway society. These are living little souls. God, where's the compassion? Where's the heart in all of these people? What has happened to humanity? You want to come back in here? Come here. Come on. That's a good boy. That's a good boy. I'm doing a video of Willie. I'm introducing everybody.